Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. We had done a video earlier on this yard machine. It's a 2018. I picked it up in a package deal. I got a Toro recycler and then this yard machine for $40. Went to a lady's house. These had been sitting for a while. Her son was doing the yard maintenance for her, and I believe he was using regular fuel instead of non-ethanol. So this one did start on its own with a little help with a shot of happy juice, but it had a rough idle, so cleaned out the carb. I love these plastic carbs on the newer Briggs engines. Easy to get to, and they come apart real easy. So I still have work to do on the Toro. That's going to be next. So let's start this and discuss another machine that I just had dropped off moments ago. So I did a quick hose down of this thing. I'll go back and actually wipe the deck down. It still has a lot of dust on it. So this is the turd for today. This is a 2012 Quantum style Briggs and Stratton. It's a Troy-Bilt, actually, missing the beauty ring. I had an Echo weed whacker I had advertised on Facebook, and put that on this morning. Got a message. Did I still have it? I recognized the name. It was one of my scrappers, so I thought, what in the hell is he messaging me for the weed whacker? So he asked if he could have it for $80. I said, sure, come and get it. So on the way over to my house, he had found this fine beauty on the side of the road. So I gave him $10 for it, so I knocked the price down on the Echo weed whacker down to $70. So this thing is in rough shape. It's unsalvageable as far as the deck. You probably can't see it, but now you can. That's why this is the turd of the week. So let me see, does it got fuel? The tank is just moist, so hopefully there's no big cracks in this thing. Why don't we happy juice it, and we're going to discuss the gas tanks on these Quantums. Okay, well used. When I'm selling a unit, I try to make it look presentable, and I don't like the way these Quantums look when you don't have that beauty ring around the top. It just looks like it's half-assed, and I think people recognize that there's something missing. I wish they all came with the beauty rings, but those are the first things that get destroyed. And they're probably obsolete or hard to find, and I'm not going to spend $50 on eBay for one. So what I do is the best I can. I'll take the recoil off, light sand it, and paint it gloss black, just so it kind of matches everything else. Okay, this is set up with the automatic choke, and I see the spring is still in place. Feels like it's got compression. I'm just worried of the integrity of the deck, that the blade doesn't bang anything and cause a small forest fire with all the leaves and crap on here. We don't need any more fires. Okay, it poured out of the carb with that shot, so it's got to do something. Well, that was scary as hell. Probably shouldn't have done that. I didn't realize it was just held on with paint. This is disintegrated behind the flap. That was kind of unsafe on my part. I'm glad the safety officer is not on the premises today. I could have got impaled with some Briggs and Stratton rusty metal. It was jumping up and down on the blade. Anyway, I don't think this is salvageable. What do you say? So I'm surprised it started. There's nothing showing in the gas tank. But the feed for the fuel line is back on the back side, and it's lower than this front section, so there might have been a trace of fuel in this tank. So hold on a second, we're going to discuss these quantum tanks. So I started using AliExpress, and I had found these quantum tanks from one of their sellers. So one tank came maybe a couple weeks ago, and I'm waiting for the other two tanks. I ordered 3 total. They were $25 and some change, so I think I spent $76 for 3 tanks, which I was happy about. They're new tanks, and as you know, these quantum gas tanks split and crack and everything else, so I've got to have a source of good quality tanks. So these are selling used on eBay for $35 and up, so $25 for a new tank. I was pleased. You just got to wait a while. So for these 2 tanks, they showed up at the local post office. They put a note in my mailbox. I've got to be present to sign. So I ended up going downtown today to pick these up. So I gave her my slip. I could see it through the back. She's walking back and forth 2 or 3 times, one side of the room to the other. Can't find my package. She finally shows up, and it's all packaged up in a garbage bag. And so both boxes are crushed, I can tell, through the garbage bag. And she says, "Oh boy, we destroyed this one, didn't we?" And I said, "Yes, it appears you did destroy it." So I grabbed it, went outside and cut it open, make sure that the tank wasn't cracked. So I think as long as you don't run over them with a forklift, I think they'll be okay. The box got destroyed, but nothing happened to either tank. So just looking them over, they look like they're pretty good quality. I don't see any major defects in the tanks. So I'll put these 3 tanks to good use. So this will get me by for a while, and then if I have to, I'll order another quantity, 3, and have them on hand. So I don't know why these were so important. I had to go downtown to sign for them. The mailman dude could have left them on my front door. So you know they just crush the hell out of it, and when they tell you at the counter that they can see they destroyed it, they know what kind of work they do. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for looking at this 2012 turd of the day, or week, whatever. So I got a couple projects. I think the quantum engine is, I think I've got 2 projects that the engine I think is toast. One no compression, and one's got like 20 psi. And I'm in the middle of mower season. I don't have time to do an engine tear down. I can snatch this running machine off of this crappy deck and get something going with this. So there you go. Showed you the yard machine that I just rectified. I'm going to clean that up, get it on line for sale. Those little 20-inch decks are selling like hotcakes. And this 2012 Troy-Bilt needs to be pulled apart and save what I can. The drive line, I just tried it when it started and the wheels engaged, so I can use the drive line on something else. Thanks for coming out, checking out this crap, the turd of the day, and all the other stuff. Thanks. Come back and see me.